Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I am your host, Alex Reevy, along with the skinny savant herself, Sandy Reevy.
Woohoo! Hi, everybody.
It is episode 215, September 5th. Let's get right into it. In the transits, we have a short week. Friday, September 9th, Mercury stations retrograde.
A redo or a hairdo?
Saturday, September 10th, full moon at 17 degrees Pisces.
Sudden compromise.
And Sunday, September 11th, Sun trine Uranus.
Be daring.
Then Talisman time, Sandy has finished up 4 special, as well as new ones upcoming to deepen one's principles and integrity, to find value in my neighborhood, and to be quick-witted. Also on the horizon, we have our astrology forecast ready for download for you, a Scottsdale, Arizona visit, and our Venus Star Point Talisman workshop. Then in our house, it is the beginning of the month, so I have a special Mercury retrograde meditation for you. Stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions. Hello, skinny savant.
Aww. Yeah, I mean, I'm 7 pounds down after just 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's been the easiest 7 pounds I've ever put somewhere.
And you don't really care where you put it, just as long as it's
not
nowhere
over
near.
here. It's not in this vicinity on this body.
Right.
So yeah, it's been super easy. I'm ready for my next box because you have to eat particular food.
Right.
I get 1 meal a day, and actually, I have it usually for my dinner. It's called the lean and green meal. And I put on my plate, like when we eat together,
Right.
you can't eat as much as I have to eat.
Right. You have to be in the clean plate club in order to get the enough nutrients and fuel that you need.
Right. It's
not a restrictive diet. Let's put it that way.
You have to eat every 2.5 hours.
Right.
And their specific food.
Interesting.
And it keeps everything easy.
Awesome. I want to go direct to all of you listeners. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for your orders. We are closing our buy one, get one free for the Orbit necklaces. And I wanted to announce here our winner for the free 1-hour reading with Sandy. Whee! And the winner is Barbara S. from Tennessee.
Really?
Congratulations. Go ahead and email me, alex@intentionbeads.com, and I will get you all the information you need to sign up.
Oh, I'll be happy to talk to her.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her since Bali.
Wow. So moving into the transits, we have a short week this week, similar to last week, but maybe not. Maybe small but mighty.
Powerful. Mm-hmm.
So Friday, September 9th, Mercury stations retrograde.
So Mercury is stationing retrograde, like he does 3, sometimes 3.5 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is at 8 degrees of Libra around 10:38 p.m. on Friday the 9th.
Right.
And, he's retrograding in this diplomatic sign of Libra, where one feels compelled to judge everything fairly,
Mm-hmm.
and to create a balance.
Right.
And that, tug and pull or up and down of the pans of the Libra scale, they don't really stay static.
Right.
There's always
the leveling out, and in that there is a lot of motion.
We have the next 2 months to maybe do any corrections or try to remove some things from one of the pans that is too heavy for us to work with. And we're going to be looking on the mundane level of, legal problems, like in the government, like in the Justice Department, right? This is a Libra thing, the justice. Right, the scales of justice.
Right. Yep.
And so we have to redo some of those. We have to have a reflection, a relook.
And how long is that reflection for?
For almost 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we go back into Virgo. Now I got all those dates as we move forward.
Mhm.
I don't want to give them all here right now. But we go back into that Virgo Earth where, we're going to be looking at health,
Mm.
Our individual health. What are we doing on a daily? What is our program? What are we keeping to be healthy?
Mhm.
And then on the macro is the health of the world.
Right.
The World Health Organization.
Mhm.
What's the health issues in the public,
Right.
in us common folk.
Yeah.
On a bigger scale.
Huge topics, huge points of interest for us right now. Do you have anything else to share, or do you want to head over to the next
we're going to be
transit?
following this, because this is kind of the transition from Mercury going through a trigon where, he's been in air all year.
Okay.
Since January, May, and then now September. And now he is moving into his retrogrades in Earth. And so that will be all the way through.
So it's kind of going to be like a blend in between that communication and relationships. Okay. And the more physical, that earth energy of my health and my body and those tangible things.
Tangible results. So then when we get to, the early part of the year of next year, we're going to go into earth signs for the entire year of 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So let's move on to Saturday, September 10th, the full moon in Pisces.
17 degrees of Pisces. So this is at 4:59 a.m. And, I call this sudden compromise. Now, the reason why, let's think about this. The sun in Virgo.
Right.
Opposing the moon in the opposite sign of Pisces. So we have to consider this. What rules Virgo? Mercury. Where the sun is. And where the moon is Pisces. What rules Pisces? Jupiter.
Or Neptune.
Well, in the sky, Mercury and Jupiter are in opposition.
Oh, interesting.
So not only are the sun and the moon opposition, the rulers are in opposition. And so there's a Uranus connection here. There's a sextile to the moon, to Uranus, which means that there's a trine of Uranus to the sun. So Uranus is in this trying to help things out. And that's why I would say sudden, a sudden. Now, we're going to layer on the big deal. And the big deal is square Mars. Square Mars.
It does sound kind of like a war-like atmosphere of like two sides battling and maybe Uranus comes in like with the white flags. Stop. Yeah. Let's talk.
Yeah. And the Mars in Gemini just wants to throw words and comments and, just using, his battle is not so much a sword as it is his words in Gemini.
Okay.
So there just seems to be, this conflict of throwing stuff at the problem. Are those real words? We need fact checkers.
Okay.
So, it's tense, but it seems to be working out oddly, right? That, here's a really good thing to do is ask your dream weavers for answers before you go to bed on Friday night. So that, because this all happens at, 4:59 a.m. So the moon is still up. The sun is not, the sun is not up yet. That means the moon is up. The moon is just about to go down. So, get up. I'm going to get up about 4:30 in the morning on this day, on Saturday the 10th. And it's a Saturday, so that should be easy for everybody.
Right.
And watch the moon just setting full.
Cool.
Before the sun comes up. So it's going to be really bright. I'll get my telescope out
for
that. But ask your dream weavers for the answers. right? Because you can be getting an answer by this, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So to sit in this full moon set, you might, and you're all alone up on your rooftop or outside your back, wherever, see if you kind of get inspiration here.
Okay.
It's really awesome. It's like a magic wand spreading fairy dust.
Ooh, perfect.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want that? So let's move on to Sunday, September 11th, Sun trine Uranus retrograde.
Yeah, be daring. Just be daring. You have a need to be seen. This is the sun trining Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
So the sun will do this twice in a year. And this is we're already partial, we're more than halfway through the year. So this is the second time. And this can advance your purpose. What is you need to shine? What is this ability to be yourself, to be your authentic self, to take a dare, do something different, take a chance. It reminds me of that one of my favorite movies, Eat, Pray, Love. I know.
I was
my best friend Jim calls it Eat, Pray, Poop. Did you know he calls it that?
No.
Yeah. Just because he's making fun of me. But in that movie where she's up in Rome on the top of a basilica, maybe, and just roaming, and she's like, the kind of joke of, God, how come I never win anything? How come I never win? And God replies, because you didn't buy a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you didn't take a chance.
Right.
So this is a really good period to be daring, to take that chance.
I love that. Because really that there is another, famous quote around that. Every shot you don't take, you miss, So you have to take the shot in order to even see if it's going to make it in the hoop, see if it's going to bring out a different success that you weren't imagining.
And this is Sunday morning. The day after the full moon. So, full moons, once we get to the full moon, we got the 2 weeks of a little bit of, receptive, more passive, more rest period.
Mm-hmm.
But when this comes in, it says, be seen.
Yeah.
Show up. Show up someplace where you weren't expected.
Right.
Yeah.
And so let's move into talisman times. You have finished up 4 talismans. And for the people that read our show notes and, check out the talismans, you're going to notice something a little bit different. So we're formatting and we're providing more information on the talismans in the show notes. You can still click that link and it goes straight to our website if you want to check out the chart or the wonderful photography that we're going to be adding. So yeah, I just wanted to preface that.
And thanks for prefacing that, because there is more information, but also done because...
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to announce that
we're increasing our affiliate program with fellow astrologers.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this past weekend when we were at the ESAR Astrology Conference, we were really kind of
welcoming,
introducing it for the first time publicly, and everyone got so excited. I mean, we still have more astrologers that want to sign up and join because they want to provide their clients with talismans, because that's just in such perfect alignment with what we do and what they do, and they want to give a little bit of offering to them. So we signed up so many affiliates that were like, oh my gosh, we got to start.
We need to give them the full information on each one of these talismans. So you'll see the intention, which you always see, but then you'll see the affirmation. And then you'll see what aspects has drawn, what aspects are going on at that exact moment.
Right. The astrological.
So if you care about that, go to the show notes and look.
Yes.
And there's still a link to get to the website for a pre-sale.
Yep. Okay. So let's start with the first talisman that you finished, To hire assistants to increase business sales.
My choice is perfect as I attain this outgoing, well-educated person to bring abundant growth to my career and bank account.
Woohoo.
Everyone gets paid.
I like it.
Yeah. And this is just with Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruler of the chart. Pisces is rising with Jupiter in the second house of finances and money. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that coming up that came up over the weekend that I was grabbing because of Jupiter's location right there. And then the moon's location making really nice. And this one in particular has the moon enclosed by the benefics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So let's move on to the next one. Sunday, September 4th, to link to royal properties.
I am frank, courageous, and successful. My dignified approach is noble and brings peace to those I'm in charge of. Now, this is a very special one. This is Venus at the Midheaven conjunct the Royal Fixed Star Regulus.
Right.
And Regulus does promise, honors, and a success and, high vitality and favor. Mm-hmm. And so that's what this Venus is up right on the
conjunct
Midheaven.
With.
So, yeah. So it's about bringing noble and peace.
Because also Regulus is the heart of the Leo constellation, the heart of the lion.
Yep.
So Sunday, September 4th, you make another talisman to establish a startup venture with partners.
I take my first step of many toward my goal. I ask for assistance from my relatives and friends. I am granted financial support that over time I give back exponentially.
Exponentially. I like it.
It's not a word I use a lot.
It was my word. You were looking for a word, and that was my word. So I have a little baby word in one of these talismans.
Well, that's a big word.
It is. It's a big word.
And this one is the moon in Sagittarius in the 11th house of friends and groups of people, making a really nice aspect to Jupiter in the 3rd house of family. Relatives, brothers, sisters, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and making a beautiful, almost partile trine to Venus over there in the 7th house of, like partners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a third one, still the same day, September 4th, to financially benefit when collaborating with a partner.
Together, we attract ample interested buyers to our service and product. This sets up to increase monetary abundance for us.
Yes.
And again, this is all the Jupiter ruler of the chart in the 2nd house of money. The moon is in Sagittarius in the 10th house, where we've got Venus over on the 7th house cusp with Regulus. So I am just grabbing. I'm going to be busy all day, it seems, on Sunday, which is the day before the holiday. So I will be working, getting these talismans all set up.
Right. So the upcoming talismans, we have 3. The first, Wednesday, September 7th, to deepen one's principles and integrity.
I am noble. I am a noble warrior, gifted with honor and riches. I provide victory to all who follow my lead. We all win. Now, this is Mars in Gemini, conjunct the Midheaven on the fixed star Aldebaran. And Aldebaran provides good fortune and benevolence.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a Nina Griffin talisman.
Oh, cool. And Saturday.
What I mean is I work with Nina Griffin, and she suggested this date.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Saturday, September 10th, to find value in my neighborhood.
I set standards. We got Saturn coming up over the horizon. I set standards and attract abundance by being surrounded by those I live near. My neighbors provide security, peace, and understanding. Mm-hmm. So, to find value in my neighborhood, you wouldn't think. But I have two female neighbors that just moved in, in these townhouses. And when I see them, they cannot stop talking about how happy they're to be here, that they love the neighbors. They didn't see that before they moved in, but they do now. And that has a value to them.
Oh, yeah.
That they feel, like their packages are getting handled properly. People are contacting them. It's, hey, how are you? Hey, come over, sit on the deck and have a cocktail.
Oh, that's great.
Just they never experienced, they didn't expect that.
Right. The community along with
And so
the
listening
neighbors.
to that, it's like, if I ever do move, I'm sure I will one time. It's like, I'm going to value that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to put that as a top priority. And so this would be good for someone who is looking for neighborly connections,
the camaraderie
in their current location, or someone that is preparing to move that wants this, wants the block party happening, every other weekend.
Right. They'll be on the chair, the committee. So Sunday, September 11th, to be quick-witted.
I quickly come to my answer. My ideas and messages fly out of my mouth and onto the paper. I move along speedily in this category. We got Moon in Aries in the first house. That already is a quick.
Very fast.
And making a sextile to Mars in the third house in Gemini. And that is also that quick thought, quick
action too. Which I think is majority of the time, you kind of have to have that courage in order to be quick-witted, because sometimes those witty comments aren't always,
they hit wrong and they go,
So, but to be quick-witted, you need that courage. You need to put up the risk. You have to make communicate it and communicate it quickly in order to be considered witty. Because I always come up with my witty comebacks about 24 hours later. It's not helpful. So let's move on.
I'm pretty good at mine.
Yeah, you are. So reminding you of the talisman of the month. This month is to enter a successful deal with a business partner. This one is special for 2/22. And if you click on that link, it will bring you right over to the talisman of the month that you also get a shipping credit. So we are finally on the horizon.
Let's look.
Let's look and see what's coming up. So we just finished up our September astrology forecast. It is ready for viewing. You can head over to our blog or, of course, click the link in the description. Also, Sandy is going to be in Scottsdale, Arizona, September 27th through the 29th. And that is at the Manifestation by Design, an
Beth
event
Davis.
with Beth Davis.
I'll be working with Beth Davis. This is probably my 5th or 6th year, although, we all had a couple. Well, actually, we didn't have any time off because she was doing her events virtual that I was there on that too, which was odd. It worked, but I'm looking forward to being in person.
Right.
And so anyone that's on my email, we're going to do on social media, right? We're going to make a special announcement on social media for she's giving me an offer, a price offer, special price offer
for the tickets.
For the tickets, which are a great
offering.
savings. Great offering. And Beth Davis is a human design expert along with a hand analysis expert, and she will be doing all of that.
And I think she is
for you.
She's very activating, because whenever I've been around her in either the virtual events or the live events, I've noticed that she can call people out very quickly on their excuses, on their stale kind of belief patterns, and just come in and kind of whoosh, 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 like cut those pieces out. Which is great. You have to be ready. You have to be like willing for that. Right.
And that's why you 100% show up.
Right. You show up. Yep. So also October 22nd, we are hosting a Venus Star Point Talisman workshop. That link is coming soon.
We're going to get going on that. But I have designed the earrings or the charm.
Yep.
And it'll be a blue rose this time. We worked with a red rose once, and we worked with a pink rose once. So we're working with a really pretty blue rose on a black background. They're shall I say sexy?
You can say sexy. That's fine.
And we're going to be talking about the Venus star point.
Right, which is
different than your Venus natal sign. Most probably. There's something called the Triple Crown,
where you get all of them in the
where
same
you get
sign?
them all. Yeah, and so I wonder if you have that in your natal chart. But everybody has like my natal Venus is in Taurus, like my midheaven. But my Venus star point is in Virgo in my first house. And so that's the only Virgo placement I have in my whole chart, which I've always wondered, why can I be so persnickety and, planned out?
Right.
When I have
very
no Virgo.
logistic.
And so when I understood this and finished my class with Ariel Gutman, who is the founder of this Venus star point of the five points, it's amazing. So yes, that's coming, and I will do your Venus star point, and you will get a whole couple pages of documents into your email address just days prior to our live talisman making for the earrings event.
Yes.
Or charm.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, we have our 3 2023 retreats coming up. We have our Mexico retreat, which is going to be closing soon. So you need to make sure that you're getting your things together enough where you can either put in a deposit, and also if you put in a deposit
for any of them,
you can transfer them up until 6 months until we're supposed to be there. So that's always a great thing. If you're ever nervous about it or plans change. Should we continue on to our house now?
Let's do.
So I've created these meditations at the beginning of each month, and which has then kind of spiraled into me creating my own podcast on astrology meditations. So here is my Mercury retrograde meditation to share with you all. And of course, if you want to listen to this meditation multiple times, you can head over to Astrology Meditations on all of your podcasting platforms. Let's get started.
I'm so proud of you.
During this meditation, I will guide you back retroactively to a place that you have been intending to repair, rework, or relive, so we can return to and ultimately release it. If you're not there already, get yourself to a seated position with your back straight and in alignment. Repose your gaze ahead, or, if you're able, close your eyes completely. Today, we will use a box breath, where we inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again. Let's begin. We settle our mind and body as we cycle through the box breath. I will guide you through the first, and you can take it from there. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now, continue this breath on your own. need to count and hold your breath. Just continue an even, relaxed breath from here. Now, I want you to reflect on a time you'd like to redo, rework, or replay. A time that you're holding on to, whether it was earlier today or years ago. Any memory will do. Return your attention to that time. Where were you? What were you doing? Who were you with? What was being said or done? Sometimes we hold on to something for too long because we feel we must fix it, change it, or keep it. But that reason is only holding us, pulling us backwards in time. Now, I'd like you to relax into that scenario. Whatever is happening around you, inside of you, with loving kindness, be there, present with yourself and the surrounding space. Now is not the time to fix or find blame. It is the time to relax your connection to this time and space. Remember that this time has passed, and thus, so must our connection to it. So I welcome you here, an opportunity to release that memory. Allow yourself to drop the bags and continue moving onward. Now we will return to our breath for assistance. I'd like you to inhale deeply and hold. And when you're ready to release your breath, do it powerfully, letting any sounds or emotions flow out as well. And let's do that again. Inhale deeply and hold. And when you're ready, release powerfully. And one more time. We inhale deeply, holding, remembering that we must release that memory and allow ourselves to release. Thank you for taking a moment to reimagine the benefits of Mercury retrograde. I welcome you to use this meditation anytime to reflect, relax, and relinquish your connections to the past in order to free yourself to the present moment. I'll see you back here at Astrology Meditation soon. So that is a wrap, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. That was peaceful.
This episode, we, of course, welcome all of your feedback. Alex@intentionbeads.com. Go ahead and give us those 5-star reviews on your podcasting platforms, all of them. And we will see you next week, everybody.
And
bye-bye.
Congratulations, Barbara.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations to our winner. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.